It's now beginning of the year, and it's often the moment where we think about what goals we want to achieve. So I started going to share with you my process, how I set my goals, and maybe it can help you too to do the same. Yesterday I was doing a podcast with Craig, nutritionist here at Bukit Cleanse, where I'm at the moment. A wonderful place to clean your body and soul and mind, where I was giving master classes for 2 weeks now, which was amazing. And so Craig is the nutritionist, and I recorded a podcast with him about nutrition, about mindset, about motivation, about different things that you can do. And he said something very interesting about goals, goal setting, and he was claiming that we should not focus too much on goals, but rather on values. He showed me this little drawing here, that when you have a decision point, first thing you have to ask yourself is, am I gonna turn away or towards my values and goals? And the goals, they should always be derived from the values. So what values did I wrote for 2020? First of all, love. Bringing more love into this world and for others. Not only for others, also for myself. I think self-love is really an important thing and is underestimated. We are sometimes so harsh on ourselves. The second value that I wrote down was empathy. Being empathic with others, being compassionate. Honesty, no lies, no hypocritic behavior, no holding back, being authentic. I think we're living in a very honest world with ourselves, also with others. And I want to dare more to being honest and stand up for that. Then curiosity. Curiosity is the open mind to try out new things. I think curiosity is one of the most underestimated superpowers there is, because no matter what kind of situation you're going through or what you're facing, as long as you stay curious, you always have, you're always approaching the problem with constructive mindset. If you ask yourself, why me? Why is it happening to me? I'm so unfair. You close your mindset, you close the solution. But when you stay curious, like, okay, what can I learn from it? How can I cope with it? What could I need? What should I do? Then you're already proactively solving the problem. So curiosity, definitely a big one. Self-love, as I said, totally underestimated. Gratitude. Being grateful for what you have is probably the easiest way to become peaceful and happy inside, and also rich in a not only financial kind of way, but like in a spiritual way. Number 7 or 6 is humor. Humor is a very good resource for stress relief. If you're not feeling good, if you're having a hard time, just go watch a funny YouTube video, do something that makes you laugh. It will relieve a lot of your stress. I think I want to have humor more in my life. Contribution, definitely a big value for me in 2020. I want to use my life and my time to make a contribution to this world and to others, and to help others to cope with whatever they're going through. Next value is reliability. Walk the talk. It's something that I want to cultivate. It's something that I appreciate a lot when I work with others, when I'm with others. Being reliable, I think it's a wonderful value. I'm looking forward to embrace that. Next value is commitment. Cultivate the grit. This is a very process-oriented value. Like, if you set yourself a goal, and often we set goals that are maybe a bit too high, that we are like too much intimidated, and we think, oh, I'm not sure I'm gonna do that, and so it's important when you set a goal, it's not too high and not too low. It has to be in this sweet spot of just intimidating enough but still exciting. And then to reach it, it has to do a lot with commitment, just like on a daily basis, not giving up. It's something I wrote, especially like cultivating it, the grit, and because I know I still have a lot of potential to improve that, and it's something I want to focus on in 2020. Then helping others makes me just happy, gives me meaning, so it's a no-brainer. We come to that later. Authenticity. You know from my posts and what I talk, I'm really a big fan of the backstory. I think we have too many front stories, especially in social, and being authentic and sharing the full story, not only the front story, but also the backstory, I think is something that will bring us closer together, because it will make us understand that we all have a struggle going through, and life is not only happy holiday photos on Facebook. Another value that I'm gonna embrace is community. Community is an underestimated resource for support and stress coping and resilience boosting. If you have to go through something hard, think about it. What helps you? It's often your friends, your families, your support system, and community is probably one of the best ways to feel integrated and to not being alone or feeling alone. And it's something I want to cultivate more, not only in my physical space, in my private life, but also online, as you will see then when I come to the goals. And the last value, probably the most important one, staying healthy. It's not the last one, it's the fundament of everything I do, because as long as I'm healthy, I can do what I want to do and what I would like to achieve in my life, and if I'm not healthy anymore, I'm restricted. So that's really the base of all my value system, which is laid out here. From this value system, I derived 4 goals. Probably I'm gonna have more goals later, but in the beginning of the year I like to keep it simple and short, not to overwhelm myself. So let me share this with you. My first goal is write, and not only write, but write and publish my first book. It is something that I'm struggling with since a long time. I always started and never finished. It has a lot to do with self-doubt, that I think it's not good enough, or that I give up, or I lose the grit. So it's something I really gonna do this year. I'm looking so much forward. I already feel that I made a change about it, and it's very much in line with the values. I will come to that later. All the goals that I'm setting are in line with my values, and because of that, I think it's easier to achieve them, because I will orient myself on the values as a process, and then reaching the goal is just a result. So that's the first goal. The second goal is run my first 100K distance. I was consciously not writing my first 100K run or race, because it's not a race. I got an entry ticket for the Eiger Ultra Marathon in Switzerland this summer, which is a fantastic, wonderful, but also crazy and intimidating race. It's 100 kilometers, it's a lot of up and downhill, so it's gonna be pretty intense. It's scary to think about it, but it's also exciting, and I think that's what I meant before with the sweet spot. I know this race will help to boost my health, because I have to train completely how I prepare myself for that. I have to make really sure that my body is as fit as it can be, that my knees, my ankles are ready for the distance and the up and downhill, and I just feel that it gives me the support with this value of staying healthy. And I think that's the thing, that the goals and the value system should work together. It should not be against each other, it should support each other. Another goal for 2020 is visit Africa. I have this on my list since many years. I was once in Cape Verde, but I don't count that really as Africa. So this year I'm really gonna visit Africa. I want to explore at least one country, maybe 2, and the people and the food and the mentality and the dance and the whole energy of this continent. I think it's gonna be an important one for me in 2020. And again, it's aligned with my values, like for example with staying curious and finding humor and finding new things and finding community. So the alignment, I think, is where the secret lies with value definition and goal setting. And the last one has a lot to do with giving back, contribution, but also community, is building an online support community program. And I'm not talking here only about cancer or my survival story. I see here also when I work here at this beautiful retreat in Thailand, where people come from all over the world and with their issues, that we have such a need to support each other and to share our stories and to be here for each other. And I strongly believe that an online program, an online support community that is safe can provide that. And so I'm really curious to explore that, how I can build that and how I can provide this space where people can share their vulnerability, but on the other side also feel the supporting power of each other. So yes, that's my goal setting, value definition process. I can highly recommend, write it down, do it not only in your head, go online, check like what values are these, pick up the ones that the ones that resonate with you, and then try, like as an exercise, as a little playful, how you say, approach on a nice Saturday, Sunday morning, like, okay, what kind of goals can you derive from the values? I'm curious to hear how that feels for you, or what kind of goals you're setting. That's also cool, like share your story as I did here, and then looking forward to talk to you soon. Okay, take care everybody, and wish everybody a wonderful start into the new decade. See you then, bye bye.